I went to Boston Comic Con, and you probably didn't. Yes, even I have to keep going to these stupid conventions so that you still believe that I read comic books. In all honesty though, this is probably one of the best shows that I've ever been to. And the funny thing about it is, I only spent 3 hours there. So my first priority when I got through the door was to meet Evan Dorkin, the creator of Milk and Cheese, the Eltingsville Club, one of the original writers of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I mean, this guy probably had more to do with my upbringing and the person I became and the sense of humor I developed than anybody else. He wasn't set up yet, so my consolation prize was Tony Moore. So I ended up getting his signature on Venom #1 and #2. Now, when I approached his table, I didn't realize that he charges $5 per signature. Had I known that, I probably would not have got these books signed. And to add insult to injury, his handler tried to give my money away.
Alright.
Sorry.
I mean, he can have my money, sure.
Then I went to go catch up with my Chew guys, John Layman and Rob Gilroy, or Gilroy, however you say it. Did I say the same thing? Gilroy or Gilroy. No matter what way you say it, it's the same. So before the convention, I actually reached out to Rob because I really wanted to get a commission from him. So when I emailed him, I was like, hey, I really want it to be Pollo-centric. Other than that, I really have no instruction for you. And I was like, I don't know why, but for some reason I'm like envisioning Pollo with like those Groucho Marx like disguise glasses, you know, with the fake big nose. And this is what he came away with. At first I was like, what? But I've really grown to love this. It's so weird, you know, but it's awesome. Dude, nobody else is gonna have this but me. And one thing that really meant a lot to me, and I don't know if he just says this to all the girls, he said that this was literally his favorite commission of the show.
Kind of turned out my favorite one this show, I think.
I saw that it led on your like blog. I was like, all right, I made it.
I also got these free Pollo Garbage Pail Kids stickers, and in addition to that, I got them both to sign my copies of Chew #45 and 50. So after that, I went to go see Charles Paul Wilson III, who's most known for his work on the Stuff of Legend. So first I got him to sign a little known book called The Red 10, and then I also got the second omnibus of Stuff of Legend signed. This is hardcover. Not only did he sign it right there, but he also did a quick little sketch of the Jester. Small gestures like that, to the artist it's just like a flick of the wrist, but like it means so much to the fans, and I love that he did something like that on his own accord and with no charge at all. Then after that I wanted to meet Curtis Weeb, or Weeby, because I'm a huge fan of his Rat Queen series, so I actually got Rat Queen's #1 signed by him. After that I went to the Comics Tribe booth, which are those people that put out that book Red 10, and then they started a new mini-series based on one of the main villains of that book called Oxymoron. So I picked up the #1 issue and I got that signed by the artist here, Alex Cormack. And because I'm on their mailing list, I also qualify for a free print of my choice. So I ended up taking away this guy right here. Again, it's their villain called Oxymoron, who, you know, kind of speaks to the Joker a little bit. And I got it signed by the artist, Cesar Feliciano. Oh, and then over here, I didn't really earn this, but my uncle donated to like one of those charities for, you know, comics for troops or whatever, so they did a quick little sketch of Popeye right there. Then I finally got to have an extended meeting with my hero, Evan Dorkin. You know, sometimes you worry that you hold these people in such a high regard, you know, you put them on such a high pedestal that they really have no choice but to fail you. But he literally met all my expectations and exceeded them. And not only was he awesome, but I also got some really cool things signed by him, and as well as a little unforeseen purchase. So first I got signed my Volume 1 copy of Space Ghost Coast to Coast DVD. So as you can see here, I got his signature as well as his wife Sarah, who is also one of the writers. Then, thanks to Hero Hunter 81, I got a first printing of Milk and Cheese #1 signed. I can't thank Clint enough. I mean, this is probably one of the few books that qualifies as a holy grail for me. And he gave it to me free of charge. I mean, all I had to do was get his copy signed as well and send it back to him. Not only did he sign it, but he also did a little sketch of Milk and Cheese right there. Then the next book I got signed by Evan was totally a happy accident. It wasn't something I was planning on. I just randomly, Googled him to see what he looked like so I know that I was approaching the right person. And it brought up a list of his works, and it said his very first published work was in ROM number 37, which is right here. Now, he wasn't published as a creator, he actually wrote in as a fan. And in the back of the book, they published his letter as well as a little piece of art that he drew right there. So he was thrilled to see that, and it's funny because that one little book spawned so many conversations from like all the other creators in our Artist Alley.
You got some old ROMs, man.
And I love that I was able to find something, personal that Evan seemed to really enjoy.
ROM 37?
Yes.
Baby.
And then the last thing I'm going to show you from Evan was something that I totally did not plan on purchasing. It was something that I really couldn't pass up on because honestly I didn't know when I was going to get the chance to see him again. So I ended up getting this original piece. We'll do a nice little slow pan so you can see it in all its glory. Fully sketched out, fully colored, starring my two favorite Evan Dorkin creations, Milk and Cheese. And even though this ended up costing me $150, I took it home with me. Now, that being said, I also talked him down from $175, so I got the upper hand there. Although I gotta admit, haggling with a vendor is one thing, but when you try to haggle with an artist's work, it's pretty awkward. Oh, you know that piece of work right there that you put your heart, your blood, sweat, and tears into? I don't think it's worth what you're charging. So, I mean, after that, nothing else mattered, but I ended up getting to also meet Jason Latour, and I'm really enjoying his Southern Bastards series, so I got issue number 1 signed, and again, he joined the long list of amazing artists and did a little sketch there of Earl Tubbs. It says, ribs. And I also got issue number 4 signed, which those of you that are fans of the series know what goes down in this issue, so it's kind of a biggie. So now do you see why I was so excited about Boston Comic Con, even though I only spent 3 hours there? In fact, that last hour was me just literally standing over Evan Dorkin's portfolio book being like, should I buy it? Should I not? Should I haggle? Should I not? But you know what? I did, and damn it, I've never been happier. So screw budgets. YOLO. So guys, thanks for watching my 2015 Boston Comic Con haul video. Again, I was super excited with every single aspect of the convention, and I really can't wait for next year's. If you missed my last 2 videos, definitely go and check them out, especially my Artist Alley video, so you can see live and in person exactly what I was talking about as far as these artists just putting their generosity and total appreciation of their fans on display for me and my camera. So again, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. For all you know, I just bought this off eBay.